Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's go ahead and start off with the weather for your Monday evening going into your Tuesday morning. Now, as you can see, looking at the radar right now, you might automatically look down in South Carolina. We have showers and downpours going all throughout the state right now. So overall, we've seen a lot of rain today. I don't think the rain ever let up today. Actually, I'm lying. It let up like one time, and that was like in between like I think it was like 150 and like 230 or somewhere around there. It let up a little bit, so it let up a little bit inside that time frame between 150 and 230 at my house. Other than that, it has not stopped raining. It's still raining as we speak. It's a little sprinkle out there, but it sure is still raining out there. So for sure, something flash flooding definitely was an issue today. Roads are flooded. Some roads are flooded. There's some fog out there. Watch out for that, and some other things like that as well. So overall, down in Somerville, where I am, we got around 4 inches of rain from the Super Bowl, starting from the Super Bowl yesterday to now. 4 inches of rain has fallen. I think the exact is 4.11 or 4.12, around there is how much rain fell. So that is something that we're gonna have to definitely keep an eye on, especially for the next couple of days while that rain dries up. Some roads will still have standing water on them. Especially neighborhood roads might still have standing water on them. So don't drive through flooded roads, obviously. Some I would not even be surprised. Not in my area. I have not seen any roads flooded in my area, but definitely some other areas around South Carolina. Would not be surprised if some road closures were issued because of these waters. Now here is our cloud cover for the day. If we go ahead and take a look at that now, as you can see, we do have those cloudy skies still mainly over all of South Carolina right now. The upstate is kind of getting a bit of a break right now from most of the cloud cover. Most of the cloud cover is pushing off because the system is moving off. Tomorrow morning we will be clear though, so the system will be out of our hair tonight, like right after midnight. And so the system will be out of our hair. And once this thing is gone, clear skies tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be actually a pretty nice day. Now, for like a night, we will have freezing temperatures for the next couple of days. So definitely get ready to bring those plants inside or even inside of a garage or in the corner of a house or wrap them in blankets as well. So you have that. And then here you have the the current temperatures for right now: 62 in Charleston, 58 in Columbia, 58 in Florence, 58 in Myrtle Beach, and 58 in Augusta. Going down to our south: 65 in Savannah, 62 in Tallahassee, 69 in Gainesville, 73 in Jacksonville, 74 in Orlando, and 69 in Spring Hill. To our west: 47 in Birmingham, 46 in Huntsville, 54 in Atlanta, 51 in Montgomery, 50 in Mobile, 51 in New Orleans, 44 in Jackson, and 46 in Baton Rouge. To our north: 38 in Memphis, 49 in Chattanooga, 55 in Charlotte, 57 in Fayetteville, 58 in Wilmington, 56 in Raleigh, and 58 in Greenville. Those temperatures will kind of deteriorate, and I will show you all here as well. For our minimum temperatures tonight, though, you can see 47s throughout Columbia and Sumter, 48 in Florence, 52 near Myrtle Beach, 50 in Charleston, 45 in North Augusta, 42 over there up in the upstate. But if we look at the day 2 minimum temperatures for tomorrow night, Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, if you go ahead and click on that, look at those temperatures. Below freezing up there in portions of, like, I think that's Greenwood, South Carolina, just to the south of Greenville and Spartanburg. So everyone's going to be in the low 30s. That's pretty much a guarantee. Unless you're near the coast, you will have kind of like a low 40. But it's going to be cold night tomorrow. And especially look at this day 3. This is from Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. As this thing loads, the temperatures are going to actually kind of try and rise back up. So it's going to be a cold night tonight. It's gonna be a cold night tomorrow, and it's gonna be a cold night this night, day 3 minimum temperatures as well. So I know some things were saying that even more people could be below freezing, but until we see that, the minimum temperatures aren't showing anything too bad. It's just for some freezing temperatures, and that's about it. And luckily no rain. Of course, the rain couldn't stay when we get below the freezing temperatures, or else we would have had snow. But if that system would have came any sooner, we would have had it. But here is our 24-hour max wind gust. Here we go. We have around 44 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts up in the upstate, 41 in the Midlands, 44 near Florence, 38 near Charleston, 41 near Myrtle Beach. So this is going to be a windy day tonight, especially tonight. I think that's the main. Tonight's going to be the main part that plays with this wind. All through tonight, you might hear a wind gust or two hit your house, maybe even multiple. Because 40 mile per hour wind gust, you're definitely going to hear your house make some sort of noise from that wind hitting your house. And I've already am getting gusts already of up to 10 miles an hour at my house already. So again, these gusts are going to pick up as the night progresses, and they will calm down in the morning. But you might still have a breeze in the morning when you get up to go to work, especially if you get up early, like 4, 5, 6 a.m. and go to work, or even just do work at home. You still might hear those breezes come through as well. So tonight, make sure that you don't have anything outside that you may not be wanting to get blown away. If it's like super light and 40 mile per hour wind gusts could pick it up. Here is our 24-hour precipitation totals. As you can see, around a tenth of an inch, pretty much for everyone else. This ends at around 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Around 3/10 of an inch still is possible up there in the Greenville, Spartanburg. 10th of an inch pretty much throughout Columbia and Florence. 2/10 of an inch near, actually that's near Florence and Myrtle Beach. The 10th of an inch was near Sumter. 2/10 of an inch near Charleston, and a 10th of an inch near Augusta. So this rain, again, is pushing off. Let's see if my 48-hour mark wants to work. It does. So, as you can see, we get to the 48 hours, nothing new. When we get to the 72-hour precipitation totals, nothing new. When we get to the 120-hour precipitation totals, we do get a little something, but, it's not too big. And then when we get to the 7-day outlook, again, nothing huge. But we do have a lot of rain out there in the ocean, though, so pretty interesting to see as well. But after this storm system passes, we're going to be in kind of like a bit of a lack of rain. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. Here's the HRRR model. Right here, it just shows us what could potentially happen. I do not think, the 0Z is up. Yeah, let's do it. It's 25 hours, so yeah, we'll do it. So here we are, starting off. This is around 9 o'clock. Right around here. Around 9, 10 o'clock, we push this forward. We do have a chance of seeing some storms try to pop up, especially like near northern Berkeley County and up there getting close to Florence. But once that pushes out the way, this was going to push out the way around early tomorrow morning, possibly around like the 8, 9, 10 a.m. regions time frame. And then look at this. Clear. A high pressure is going to retake over the region, and we're going to be dry. We're going to be fair. Fair weather is going to be back, and I'm kind of. It's kind of like a, it's gone. We didn't really get what we expected out of it at all. We still are literally under a marginal risk of severe weather. So I guess the National Weather Service are still even though not a bunch might happen, there's still that potential that it is there, and that's something that we still have to watch out for anyway. Because if you read the wording, isolated wind damage and tornado or two will be possible primarily along the coastal Carolinas overnight. So if you look at this, Charleston, Wilmington, North Charleston, Summerville, Greenville, North Carolina, Jacksonville, North Carolina, has a chance of seeing pretty much a tornado. Also, Myrtle Beach is included in there. So we have all of these regions are potentially going to see a tornado or two. It just says isolated wind damage or a tornado or two will be possible. Also, the wind damage. I mean, look at this. Corrected for pretty much it just says, I'm trying to see if I could find. Yeah, right here. There's the potential for this better low-level moisture to advect northward into the coastal portions of the Carolinas, augmented by some advection off the Atlantic. This could help foster modest buoyancy ahead of the approaching convection line, contributing to a greater chance for deeper updrafts and near-surface-based storms. Okay, so you might not know what that means, but it technically means storms are capable of a few damaging wind gusts and maybe even a brief tornado. So they're saying that tornadoes, there could be a brief one that touches the ground, especially near the coast. Wind is possible all throughout this region. So, 5% chance of damaging winds, 2% chance of hail. Not hail, sorry, tornadoes. No chance of hail. We were under a little bit of a chance of hail this morning, but those storms really didn't do anything. And actually, the weirdest thing about it is, I didn't really think that hail would be a big portion in the first bit at all, but I guess they thought it was. So, but here's our day one excessive rainfall outlook, and actually, let me go ahead and show the day two storm prediction outlook. No thunderstorms are forecasted for tomorrow throughout the entire lower 48. So tomorrow's gonna be a quiet day for most of the U.S. except for this region right here into the Ohio Valley in the northeast. They will be receiving a snowstorm, so should be fun for them. And then our day three, no thunderstorms are possible. So again, except for that snowstorm up there in the northeast. So pretty good for them. After we're done with us for today, once it gets off the coast, we'll be free. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. And here's our day one outlook. We looked at this morning. Most of us were under a slight risk now. Only really some of us is under a slight risk still. Most of us are still under a marginal. But I'm gonna guess that that's gonna die down, and probably would be expired at this point. We did have a lot of flood watches though issued for most of South Carolina. You saw that. I think it was last night. No, not last night. I think it was this morning. There was flood watches in place. Yesterday morning, I think there was as well. But flood watches. There was a flood advisory earlier for North Augusta and Augusta. I think they got around like 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rain, and then another 1 or 2 inches were about to fall. But excessive rainfall for day two, nothing expected. Day three, nothing expected. All right. So now let's go ahead and talk about the future. So here's the system. It's going to move off. And there goes that snowstorm. That's going to be off by the 14th. And then look at this quiet weather. We have some snow inside the Rockies. We have some snow inside the Northeast. But other than that, that's it. A couple of showers inside the northwestern California coast. It's around 7 a.m. And then California gets hit with this big just rain blob and just snow blob that's just going to hit them. And that's going to provide the system to merge with some cold air and some warm air. And that might make a little bit of a not a snowstorm, but definitely a snow maker, especially for most of the Northeast. And that will bring us some rain as well around February the 17th, around 5 days from now. And then once we push this forward some more, you can see that we will have a chance for pretty much some more rain around February the 23rd. And that pushes forward, and we will see some snow inside the Appalachian Mountains. North Carolina will get some snow. Virginia was going to get some snow. And we push this forward quiet. And then this is La La Land, so we have no idea if this is going to happen or not. 300 hours out. And I mean, just look, quiet, high pressure over us again. So we are going to, after this storm system passes us, and then this storm system right here passes us on the 17th, going into the 18th, we're going to be quiet for a while. It's not like the entire U.S. is going to be quiet. The entire U.S. is not going to be quiet. You see, we have atmospheric river after atmospheric river hitting California. Just look at it. It's gonna be periodic for most of the U.S. You can even look at the northern U.S. too. Just look at the loop. Look how much storm systems are gonna go through that region, and especially going through the Great Lakes region. That's just what's going to primarily happen. And I think that that may be a good thing, that might be a bad thing, that might be an okay thing. But it's just whatever you want. It's whatever type of weather you like. If you like rain, that's bad for you. If you like snow, that's going to be bad for you. If you like clear, nice weather, that's going to be good for you. We could also talk about some temperature anomalies as well. Go ahead and look at the temperature anomaly. As you can see, we're above average. Then that cold front's gonna pass us, bring us cooler than average, but it's not gonna last long at all. We're gonna get hit with some more warm air, and that cold air is gonna last for about like a day, and then that thing's gonna be gone. Then we have a huge cold blast coming in from Canada, gonna push through and dominate the entire eastern U.S. with cold air. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely insane. The amount of coverage it has with the eastern U.S. And then we push this forward some more, and it's going to be cold for a bit here. But then February the 20th is going to come in, and it's going to bring the warm air back to the eastern U.S. And look at this. We are warmer than average in most of the U.S., except for the western and the Rockies. But look down in Florida, they're below average right now. There's some spots are above average, but some spots are even below average as well. Most of it's actually below average. So we push that forward some more, and that's going to be pretty much it. So we're just waiting. We're going to get dominated by some warm air for a while until finally some cold air finally decides on February the 18th it wants to push in. So February the 18th probably will be a pretty cold day. So keep that in mind for your plans for this February. And that was like a little temperature outlook for, and actually that actually might wrap up February. Let me see. Will that wrap up? No, we're close though. We're one day off. So tomorrow, the models will go out all the way to the end of February, and then the day after tomorrow on Wednesday, we will be into March. That's how far these models will be going. So February is going by, and it's gonna be going quick. So make sure that if you have anything you want to do, you're getting it done. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning with another weather forecast update.